Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up, what's going on? Whew. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on, good people? Peace and love. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday. It is Wednesday, May 20th. Listen, yesterday was a day. It was some tough moments. Last night it was some beautiful. Yesterday was beautiful. It was a day, right? Days are beautiful. Days are challenging. Days encompass it all. Sometimes at the same time, within a few moments of each other, you can have some beauty, some challenges. I'm sweating. It's definitely hot out there. Just coming in from the beach. Yeah, I love this shit, man. I love that I could wake up and just go to the beach, right? This is definitely something that I'm going to create for myself and my family. All right, is living on the beach, living within walking distance from the beach. Like, it's necessary. It's an absolute necessity. And my phone keeps adjusting the fucking light. Yeah, it's an absolute necessity for me to live on the beach. Fucking Pisces, beach, right? I hope that I could just literally just left her on the beach. She just checked in, right? Left her doing her yoga on the beach. Like, I'm gonna walk back to the spot, right? Get ready for the show. And we here, man, and this is life. Right? And again, when you understand your purpose, when you understand your assignment, when you understand that, like, life is meant to be lived, right? You take the good with the bad, right? And you realize actually that it's all good. You roll with the fucking punches. But last night was tough. I had some tough dreams. I had some beautiful dreams. I called my boy just now. I'm like, yo, you was in my dream. You was in like 4 different places in my dream. You was like 8 different people in my dream. He's like, that's crazy because you was in my dream. He said, I was like, I normally don't call people this early, like unless it's a family member. Like my mama might call early in the morning, right? If I'm not with Mona, I might call her after the show. But I normally don't call anybody until after 10, maybe after 11 even, right? But I called him walking back. I was like, yo, you was 8 different people in my dream. He's like, that's crazy because you was in my dream. You was in my dream, and you was in my dream in Miami with your lady. Right, and I was in the studio, right, and we had some other friends with us, and they were trying to go in the room. He said, but y'all was having a good time. I told him, nah, don't go in the room. Sugar Ray's with his lady, and they busy. So that was great, man. That was great. Like, and then I told him, right, he's someone who's definitely spiritually alive, spiritually inclined. And I was like, I don't believe in coincidences. I was like, I saw my initial 2 different places here in Miami, 2 different places. Etched in cement is my initial, LM, not SR. SR cool, Sugar Ray, right? But LM, LaShawn Marston. I saw the initial 2 different places, 2 different areas, right? In 2 different capacities. Etched in cement, my initial, LM. This is my 6th time being here. I've stayed in different rooms every time. My life path number is 3, right? 3. I've never stayed in, if I'm not mistaken, in room number 3, right? 2, 4, I stayed in 6. I think I stayed in 9. But room 3. Fucking incredible. I don't believe in coincidence, man. I promise you I don't. I know that all is divine, man. Everything is God's will, right? Like, that's my perspective. That's what life has shown me. That is what you could say I not necessarily believe. That's what I know. I know that my existence is divine. I know that everything that emerges from my existence is divine, right? The tough moments are divine. Yesterday was some tough moments especially last night. With some really, really, really tough moments. I was really frustrated. I was sad. I really wanted to cry. I don't think I was able to cry. I might have been able to cry in my sleep. But there's so many thoughts about so many things. Mainly related to, the challenge that I'm experiencing that's been going on for a couple of years now that many of you already know about, right? So we're not gonna, get into it now. But yeah, man, yesterday was beautiful. Today is beautiful. Again, great to wake up. And the one thing I really love about Miami is it's crazy that it rains so much, but the rain stops and then it dries up like it didn't rain, right? The plan was to wake up and hit the beach at sunrise. So I was planning to leave out of here by 5:20, 5:40. It's a 10-minute walk to the beach. Get to the beach before the sun even rises. That was the plan, but it was fucking pouring down raining at that time, right? It was fucking pouring. And so I was like, yeah, I could have went out there, but I was like, I'm not doing that. Right? I'm not doing. That's not something I'm doing today. So waited, went out, closer to 7:30, and it still worked out. Right? Again, didn't catch the sunrise from the beach, but it was definitely a beautiful time, beautiful vibe, beautiful experience. Right? To sit there to meditate on the beach with Kimona. To then, as I'm leaving, watch her do her yoga. Right? I played the little sound bowl, did a little journaling. Right, and that was beautiful experience, man, and that's what this shit is about, right? Beautiful experiences. And so, yeah, man, today's the day. We got some notes, episode 631 of SR Daily. We are rolling. Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. I wanted to post, I was trying to post the photos of my aunt yesterday on her birthday. I'm going to post them today. Wasn't able to. That was also frustrating. My fucking phone signal, like the Wi-Fi accessibility from my phone, like from the living room to the bedroom, is like it just changes, man. Shit is fucked up. Yeah, but we're here. We still here, and as long as we are here, as long as we are alive, we got opportunity to do all the things we want to do to make all of our dreams come true, to live our life like it's motherfucking golden, and that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be forevermore. You heard. Let's get to the show, man. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Marston. You are tuned into episode 631 of SR Daily. Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. Thank you guys for tuning in on TikTok, tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, those who are tuning in now, those who will watch later. I appreciate you. Shout out to my man Alex. Alex from I would say Organic Food King. That's the old company. From On the Run Vegan, my man from Brooklyn, down here in Miami, making it happen with the vegan motherfucking food truck. The spot that he's in now with the truck, I've seen it on video. I haven't been here in 2 years. So I've seen it on video. He moved from where he used to be. He used to be in the middle of fucking nowhere. Now he's in a spot where it's bustling. He's in Wynwood. It's fucking bustling. There's 8 different, I think like 7 or 8 food trucks in the lot. Right, it's a whole lot with mad different food trucks. And he's the only vegan food truck, right? 100% vegan. Lady yesterday was asking him, like, don't put so. He's like, we don't use salt. We don't use sugar. Shit causes cancer. Why would we use that? Right? Like, he's health conscious. He went vegan because of some health issues. Right? He's stuck with it. And I'm really proud of that guy, man. So it was good to see him. Good to talk with him a little bit. Good to introduce him to Kimona, 2 Brooklynites, right? He's from Brooklyn, she's from Brooklyn. I love the brother, man. Great brother, great energy, doing some great things, man. And it's like the rest of us, striving to build a legacy, striving to make an impact on the world, right? Through his own way, right? Kimona said, On the Run Vegan is delicious. She is the toughest fucking food critic I've ever met, I've ever seen, I've ever heard of. I've never encountered someone who's as tough on food as she is. Shit that I be thinking is busting. Right now, clearly everybody don't like what you like, right? Cool, I get that. But shit that I'm like is banging. This shit is busting. She be like, Be like, yo, you don't like that? Like for real? Like she's like, I'm like, damn. Shit that other people like, right? That I might not even like. That I'm like, okay, this is okay, but other people love it. She's like, it's not that good. It's not good at all. I'm like, yo, the fuck. Right, so the fact that she enjoyed On the Run Vegan, that really makes me smile. It's like, okay, because the majority, let's say, if I told her 10 places are really good, 8 out of 10, she's like, 9 out of 10, if I want to be real, she's like, And so the fact that I bigged up and I bragged about On the Run Vegan, I said, we're going to go to Miami mainly for the food, right? Yes, the beach, but the food, I need you to try this food. And the fact that she enjoyed it makes me really happy. Like I got one. I got one that she agreed with, right? Yeah. Man. Anyway, let's pull these notes up, man. Let's get to the show. So today, episode 631, we're gonna start with a first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a quote of the day. Today's quote is something that we heard this morning on the morning prayer. I forgot the name of the institution. The church is like a church, but it's not a regular church, right? Like right? You know me. But it's Celebration Spiritual Center, I think. CSC, Celebration Spiritual Center. I think that's what it is. The brother who runs that be on it. He be spitting. And this morning he spit. He said some shit. He said a lot of shit. It hit me, but the main thing he said, I had to quote. Ideas are the currency of life. Ideas are the currency of life. You may run out of money, but you will never run out of ideas. That is something that I've been saying at least since my teenage years, before going to prison, right? Before all of the stuff. It was like, you got an idea. Like, that is all you need. The right idea at the right time, connected to the right people. And the right idea will get you to the right people. That's all you fucking need in order to get everything else that you want, right? Finances, a certain lifestyle freedom for yourself, for your family, certain access to certain places, right? To certain people. All you need is a fucking idea. Ideas are the currency of life. You may run out of money, but you will never run out of ideas. Please understand, understand, however you want to put it. Your ideas are where your wealth is drawn from. Your ideas. Your ideas are where your wealth is drawn from. Know this, trust this. I believe it was Jim Rohn who said every year each of us gets a few ideas that, if acted on, could change our entire lives, and it could change our entire family tree. All of us, every single one of us. It doesn't matter what your fucking where you live. It doesn't matter what your family dynamic is. It doesn't matter what your mental capacity is. It doesn't matter. God gives each of us gets a signal from God that if we acted on, an idea that if we acted on in our own way, right? If we had the faith and the trust and the courage, right? And didn't care about being judged and didn't care about failing and didn't compare to, well, the last idea didn't work. So, well, how I know these people if we didn't do any of that, if we took the idea, if we received the idea and then just acted on it, put that shit out, right? Told one person, wrote it down, right? Figured out, okay, like did some research. Okay, how do I bring this into fruition, right? Like did all of the due diligence. We all get a few ideas every single year. And all you need is one, right? You don't even need the few. All you need is one to act on one idea this year, 2026. That could change everything for you, your family, your friends, your community, and the whole fucking world. Ideas are the currency of life. So the issue then is never not having enough money. The issue is not acting fully on ideas that we have that can provide all the resources that we need to bring into fruition everything our heart desires. That's the issue. That's the issue. The issue is never not having enough money, because like we seen it time and time again. People who didn't have money and ideas could be like fucking Sylvester Stallone. Don't got money for this. I'm gonna sell my dog. It's an idea. Some shit people don't want to do. Again, courage, the faith, the trust that, okay, this is an idea I have. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I need to get to this thing. Let me do this. I got this idea, right? I need to do this. In order to get this done, I need to get here. In order to get here, I need to do this. Most people wouldn't sell a dog. Like, oh, no, I'm not selling my dog. Okay, well, how? Again, everybody's journey is different, right? So that was his calling to sell his dog and then buy it back, right? And then the dog was in the movies, the Rocky movies. But he had an idea. He had an insane belief in himself. Ideas, man. So ideas are the currency of life, man. Like everything great that we see, the planes, the fucking hotels, the resort I'm staying in was once somebody's idea. And it was an idea that other people bought into, other people supported in different capacities. And now these ideas live on, and they've been living on for decades, centuries, even some of them, right? So yeah, man, ideas are the currency of life. You may run out of money, but you will never run out of ideas. So trust your spirit, trust your mind. When you get the ideas, when you get the downloads, don't brush that shit off as if, oh, nobody's going to care. Do some due diligence. And yeah, maybe not every idea is going to fucking bring you to exactly where you want to be, but each idea that you act on will bring you closer. Each idea that you act on will indeed bring you closer. So act on ideas. All right, let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment of the day, as always, is our need to know news of the day. Today's news is a did you know? This is NYC. This is inspired by a conversation I had with my son last night, my 13-year-old son, who I am extremely inspired by, extremely proud of. This young man is taking my spirit of activism, and I'm so proud of like him, and I'm proud of myself, right? Like for imparting this spirit like onto him, right? So let's talk about it, and then we'll get into how he got here, right? So, did you know NYC subway has 472 stations, but only 32%, or roughly, I think it's 154, are fully accessible. fucking atrocious. My son, he wants all of the stations to be accessible, as they should be. Like some stations don't have an elevator, they don't have a ramp. There are people in wheelchairs, right? So again, my 13-year-old son has taken the initiative to send emails to MTA accessibility team. Right, he sent the emails last night. Last night we were on a call. He sent the emails right then. One email to accessibility team and one email to the Inspector General, Office of the OIG, Office of the Inspector General. Right, sent 2 emails last night, 2 different emails. He got some dates where they should be following up by. And what I love, he said, if they don't follow up, I'm sending another email. And I'm never letting this go. He said, this is the best thing, the greatest form of activism that I've ever taken. Something like that, he said. I'm paraphrasing. But I was watching him like, yo, like, I remember when, and there's a video on his YouTube, right? It may be on my YouTube too, but it's definitely on his YouTube, I believe. He had a YouTube channel where in Brooklyn, East New York, by where his grandmother, it's a park. And we would play in the park, right? I would take him over there, pick him up from over there sometimes, and we would go to the park, walking back and forth to the train. And then the park was closed off for renovations, but it was closed off for a fucking long time. And my son and my daughter were complaining. And I was like, well, what do y'all want to do about it? Like, because just complaining to me ain't going to do nothing. So y'all want to make a video, put it on YouTube, send it to the news station. What do y'all want to do about it? And they made a video talking about how important parks are and all of that stuff. And this is 6, 7 years ago. Right, my daughter was 2, 3, maybe. Right, like powerful shit. They made the video, and then eventually the park got fixed, and like they had something to do with that. Right, I remember when an 11-month-old baby got shot in the Bronx. Right, we heard about it. I don't remember how we heard about it, but we heard about it, and they were both bothered by it. Right, my son specifically. And I was like, what do you want to do about it? Like he said, we should do a protest. He should do, okay, how you want to protest, right? So what they did, they made a sign, children shouldn't be shot, stop shooting guns, and we went up to the Bronx. We joined the protest. I knew some people at, I think that was Channel 4 and Channel 5, Channel 4 and Channel 7 he spoke to, 4, 5, and 7 he spoke to, and he was on the news. My son was on the news. He spoke to fucking the news cameras, and he was on the news, right? And there's many other forms of activism that we've taken, right? That I've showed him how to advocate for yourself, how to advocate for your community, how to speak up. It was a Mother's Day thing. Mothers should get more love. It created signs, right? Created signs and made a video about Mother's Day, right? It spoke about their mother. It spoke about other women who are mothers in the world who made impact. Spoke about girls and Black girls specifically, right? Like, so yeah, I'm very fucking proud of my son. Very inspired by him. Right. Again, he is very passionate about improving the NYC subway system. He loves the subways. If you know my son, he can name all of the trains, most of the stops for all of the trains. He knows the numbers of the trains. He knows the models of the trains. Right. He's really into the fucking subway system. His grandmother works for the subway system. Super dope shit. So what we did find, right, because in one of the emails, he was like, I think it would be cool if, or something. I don't remember what he said, but we found doing some more research that there is a plan in place. The MTA does have a plan in place to make 95% of subway stations accessible, not 100%, 95% accessible. Can you guess how many years that plan is projected to take? Can you guess how many years that plan is projected to take for 95%, not even 100%, right? To go from 32% to 95% accessibility in a subway station. 29 fucking years. 29 years. The plan is projected to 2055. That's the year that's stated on the website. 2055. This is 2026. That's 29, almost 30 years. And we all know, if you know New York, if you know America, you know that plan could take 30 more years than that. So it could really realistically take 60 years to get to 95% accessibility in the MTA subway system. In any event, of course, I'm extremely proud of my son. I'm inspired by his determination. I assured him that many of us share his concerns for subway accessibility for ourselves and for others. I fractured my ankle. There were some stations I had to walk up the stairs, some stations where I had to carry the stroller with a fractured ankle. When Usha was a baby, up the stairs when Samir was young, up the stairs, no elevator, no escalator, right? Many stations like that, or the elevator is out of service for mad long. Right. So I showed him that many of us will join him in sending emails to the right folks, and that if necessary, there are measures we can take to escalate these efforts. If necessary, there are measures that we can take to escalate these efforts, and I'm excited to see how things unfold. He's determined. He's determined. He's looking forward to getting follow-ups. He's looking forward to following up. And I told him we're gonna help him every step of the way. All right. Yeah, exciting. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day today. But they have new fear evasion models already in place. Yeah, already, right? Already they built new shit to curb fear evasion, but it's gonna take 30 years to make sure the subway stations are accessible for people who they want to pay. So you want people to pay, but it's not even accessible for them. Shit, you can't make this shit up, man. This is NYC. This is fucking America. This is America. Donald Glover had it fucking correct. This is fucking. Is Donald Glover? That's the musician. Donald Glover's the actor. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But let's move right along to our third segment. Today's third segment is the tip of the day. Today's tip is very simple. Acceptance is key to alleviating grief and suffering. Now, to accept loss and failure is wisdom and strength. It doesn't mean that you don't feel certain things. It doesn't mean you don't feel frustration. It doesn't mean you don't feel sadness. It doesn't mean you don't feel some anger sometimes. But what I've learned in learning to accept things is that stop blaming and stop the what if. Because the what if is really what creates the suffering a lot. The what if, oh, it's not supposed to happen like this. This wasn't supposed to happen. It's those things that lead to the suffering that then creates the illness, the headaches, the stomach aches, the deep grief, the depression. It's those things. Right. So acceptance, it simply means that you don't allow your feelings to fully control your thoughts, actions, and perspectives. So you can feel something, but the feeling of sadness, the feeling of frustration, the feeling of loneliness even doesn't translate to thoughts of this shouldn't have happened, or why does this keep happening to me? Oh, I don't deserve this. Oh, da 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 da. And then the perspective of, oh, everything is bad and this is fucked up. And again, this shouldn't be happening. Acceptance curbs that. Childish Gambino. Yeah, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. No, because I was thinking Donald Glover, the actor. Danny Glover's the actor. That's what I was concerned about. Yes, I know that Childish Gambino is Donald Glover. Yes, but I was thinking Danny Glover's the actor. Right? I mean, Donald Glover is an actor as well. But I was specifically thinking just now in my head when I said it, I was like, is it Danny Glover or Donald Glover? Danny Glover is the older guy from Lethal Weapon. Donald Glover is the musician who's also an actor. But yeah, acceptance, man. Acceptance. Key to alleviating grief and suffering. To accept loss, failure, it's wisdom and the strength, right? Doesn't mean you don't feel certain things, man. You just don't allow those feelings to control your thoughts. Let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day before we get out of here. Our fourth segment, as always, is our build of the day. And today's build is inspired by the prayer call this morning, right? And I'm reminded of Nas' album, Life is Good. And when that album came out, I remember going with my man, Kenny Carter, Father's Live in the Hood, to, I forgot the church in Brooklyn, CCC, the mega church in Brooklyn. Pastor, I think it's A.R. Bernard. I went to that church a few times with my brother. And he said something, he's like, life is good. Life is good because God is good. Right, he gave a whole sermon on that, and it was powerful, right? And he also referenced Nas' album, right? It's around the time that came out, and so today's bill is the same. Life is good, because if God is good, if people are going to say God is good all the time, then by default, life is good all the time, because that which is good cannot create something not good, and in all actuality, that which many consider God is actually more than good. God is great. God is even more than great. God, eternity, life force energy, universe, divine, it's fucking grand. It's fucking grand. I personally like the term divine. So even when all your plans fall through, even when your marriage falls apart and your friends and loved ones abandon you and you fall on hard times and you're lonely and you're by yourself, and it's dark, and you're going through dark time, you may be sleeping on a cousin's couch. You may not be making enough income to provide for your children if you have, or yourself even. You got to know and trust that it is all part of God's divine plan for your life. You got to know that shit. You got to know that all of it is part of God's divine plan for your life. So you may have to move to a new city. You may have to find new friends. Or you may got to be alone for a while with no friends, no lover, just you. It's you and your God, you and your higher power, you and source energy, in order to eventually end up exactly where God needs you to be. So that God could then provide you with everything you've ever asked for and dreamed of. This shit works. This shit is, clearly I'm not the only one who says this. This is millions of people who say this around the world. And they say it not based on shit that they heard, not based on shit that they read, not based on shit that they heard somebody else say, based on their own experiences. Living a certain way, experiencing certain things, going through darkness, getting an idea, right? Or meeting a person that leads to a conversation, right? Seeing something that sparks an idea that sparks. And then you're like, and now you end up being better than you was before. So don't curse the hard times. Don't curse the darkness. Like my man Ralph said years and years ago, he said this about 15 years ago, I first heard him say this shit. He said, we love the flower, but curse the soil. He called it dirt, right? We love the flower, but curse the fucking soil. How does that make sense when the flower comes from the soil? We love the beauty of the flowers of the garden, but we curse the rain. How do the flowers in the garden grow and blossom and bloom? Because of the fucking rain, right? We curse the heat, we curse the cold, we curse everything. So some others say, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. I said, Ma, you say that every summer, it's always hot. What the fuck you keep complaining for? In the winter, you complain about it being cold. In the summer, you complain about being hot. What I've learned is mentioning it doesn't help. Saying it's hot when it's hot. Yes, it's fucking hot. It's summer. It's supposed to be hot. But it's so hot. It's so hot. I can't take it. It's so hot. You're not going to be able to take it. It's going to be so hot. Right? Like, simple as that. But when you embrace it, like, okay, it's summertime. It's warm. I know it's warm. I expect it to be warm. It doesn't affect you as much. Think cool thoughts. Like, or just think other thoughts. Don't think about it being fucking hot. Right? So, like, yeah, man, all is divine, man. Like, have fun with life, man. Life is fucking great. Yeah, come on, and got a motherfucking Tony Tiger shit on. You know what I mean? Tony, the motherfucking Tiger and all that fly shit. Come in. Open the door. Hello? Can open it? It wasn't working. But yeah, man, great day. Right, it's a beautiful day. It's a spring, almost summer day. A couple more weeks to summer. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to the warmth. I'm looking forward to outside time, more outside time. I'm looking forward to longer days. I'm looking forward to beaches. All right, beaches and pools in New York City. I'm looking forward to sprinklers. I love, as much as I don't like it sometimes when it gets really hot in New York, not because of the weather so much, but because of how my people sometimes act and behave when it gets hot. All right, I understand fully. Right, our melanin gets activated, and we don't really know what to do with that high energy, and so we just, right. I get it. I've been there. All right, but I really fucking love the summer in New York City, man. I love, because even though there's some challenges, there's some beauty. A lot of beauty, a lot of beautiful energy in New York City in the summertime. Barbecues and cookouts and concerts and sprinklers and people outside. And you know me, I love being outside. Right, it's outside for 12 days straight. All right, I fucking love it, man. But listen, man, that's our show for today. Right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day in every beautiful way. So embrace every part of your journey. Know that it's all working to your benefit, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it doesn't seem like it. As they say, don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you feel. Feelings are not facts. Trust the process. Lean into that which is invisible. Lean into that which your spirit knows. Lean into that which you call God. Have faith, have trust. And deeper than faith, know that it is all working out. Know that it is already worked out. You just got to keep stepping until you quantum leap in that other version of you. And this version of you become one. And now everything that you've ever dreamed of, everything that your heart desires is now manifested in the physical realm right before your eyes, for not only you to behold, but for others to bear witness to. So love yourself, love each other, love life. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Join us again tomorrow. Thankful, Thriving, and Therapeutic Thursday, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, TikTok Live tomorrow, episode 632. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you then. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The problem. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.